What up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. Okay, I'll say this, and I'll say this right now. I did not expect basically Verstappen to DNF. That threw me off a little bit. I'll be honest about that. Threw me off considerably. Um, he's got a long way to go. If Verstappen and Red Bull have a shot, Red Bull's not going to forget about Red Bull getting the constructors. Pretty much it's going to be McLaren at this point. Question is can Verstappen pretty much get that championship? Russell's not that far behind him actually, and Piastri, all right, he only has a 15-point lead now, so he's got 14 races to go. Piastri has a shot of winning this if he plays it right. If he plays this right, that is. McLaren, of course, yeah, number one. Mercedes, whoa, okay, they're only a point behind Ferrari. That would be interesting to see if Mercedes actually gets number two. Red Bull got a long way down. Number four, I don't think no one anticipated them to be this far down, but it happens. I think the fact that Mercedes is up there is because of George Russell. Let's be honest, it's because of George Russell. Ferrari and Mercedes is like neck and neck getting that second place. If Mercedes were to get the second place win in the Constructors' Cup, it only goes to show that Lewis left at the wrong time then. Because Russell's proving otherwise that, like, yeah, this can be done. You can win with the existing Mercedes engine. Do I still think that Toto Wolff is the right team principal for Mercedes? Time will only tell. I still believe no. I honestly still believe no. I think he's not right. I don't think he's adapted really well. But Williams, Vowles has just like threw him from the last place to, like, pretty much a fifth place now. It's like amazing. Well, I definitely had a racing. Well, Haas as well, Aston Martin, Sorba, Alpine. My, have the mighty have fallen after you basically screwed him over. Um, After Otmar was completely screwed over by what's his face, and then they had to bring in Flavio Briatore. Basically, I mean, Flavio had that oomph and flair, but Otmar was the one. Let's be honest, Otmar was the one that pretty much. Otmar was the one that pretty much was bringing Alpine back up there, and then Bruno, pretty much Bruno Famine, that is. Bruno basically like under undercut him basically. I, it's like, talk about disloyalty. I mean, quite honestly, because like Omar had Alpine in like four or five, basically four, close to the third place shot. And the fact of the matter is, like, Bruno's like, oh, I can probably do it better. I'm like, he was constantly, you could see it even in the, Drive to Survive. Bruno was like pretty much undercutting him left and right, uh, literally speaking as well too. And now, like, like, the fact is like Flavio has to come back and like help him out, and it's kind of sad to see because like Alpine was on the verge of getting back up there. Williams has gotten there, so I don't know what to say, but this will be an interesting this will be an interesting year for the Constructors' Cup. More so for the second and third place more than anything else. And now for the actual championship, that's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, it's good to see that there's actually two drivers that are competing against each other, but it's not from the same, but it's from the same team. That's the sucky part about it. It's the same thing we saw with basically with when Hamilton was doing really well against Bottas as well as Nico. It'd be great if we could have seen something of that nature with, like Max in the thick of things. He's not there quite, but if he can win the next five races, it might put him up there. Hell, if George Russell can win the next five races, That'd be impressive. I mean, Leclerc and Hamilton, they're pretty much out of it. So I think they're just battling right now for the best spot at fifth spot more than anything else. If they can get number four, that'd be great. But I doubt they're gonna even get fourth spot. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. This is like again 14 more races. Let's see what happens at Silverstone and where it goes from there. With that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.